Yeah, so I wanted to do something a bit different today, like something off the cuff. It's not my usual sit down with a guest and talk about their journey. I've decided to add another segment to Can't Stop, Won't Stop, where I'm kind of going to look at certain situations in my life, certain moments that I've learned from. I wanted to call it L's.
L's.
I
like that though.
I don't know yet, innit? Because titling it might look a bit mad, but I always call it L's.
Yeah.
But the things I'm gonna chat about, like as this segment goes on, it's not always gonna be like my L's, but it's something that I learned from. You get it?
But I can still work, bro. L stands for lessons, same way,
Exactly.
bro. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So yeah, it's something different. But before we kick it off, I want to big up the sponsors, Too Rare to Die. As you can see, you get me. We're both in our Too Rare to Die garms. If you've liked the look of any of the garms you've seen us in over these few episodes, toorarelondon.com. Yeah, man, have a look, see what you like, order it up. You get it, support the man them. And also, if you've seen, people have been asking me about the rare words scrolling at the bottom.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you've seen any of the other episodes, you would have seen something scrolling along the bottom and it has a word. Collect that word. Anytime you see it, collect it, store it, write it down, because at the end of this series, it's going to form a sentence, and whoever gives me that correct sentence will be in the chance of winning some Too Rare to Die clothes. So we'll see what I'm going with that. You get me?
Which is
a couple
right.
lucky winners. But yeah, so L's. This is gonna be the first episode. Obviously, I got my guy Kardo here.
Yeah, come on now, boy. It's your boy Kardo, caramel latte, you know?
Caramel latte.
Caramel latte
still.
up in this bitch,
And Kardo is also part of the Great Syndicate, who they own the studio that I record at. So yeah, man. You need to plug yourself at some point.
Yeah, I know, yo. We're part of we're called the Great Syndicate. We own the studio here, and we own like a media platform and everything like that. So we put on people's podcasts. We help produce people's podcasts, and we're just trying to uplift people within the community, and provide a space for people within the community to, have affordable prices for them to release their content and grow their businesses. So yeah, make sure you look us up, the Great Syndicate. You know what I mean? And we see what we could do to support you. Don't be shy now, you know what I mean?
Right, listen, I'm not gonna lie, the prices are top notch and the space is good, man. So
respect.
You get me? They provide all the equipment, help you set up, do everything. Because when I come into this podcast game, I didn't know nothing, you get me? And I wouldn't have been able to get to this point without you, man. So
yeah, man, respect, man.
I appreciate that. But yeah, so this first episode, for this segment, L's, I was thinking, I was debating for a while. I was even maybe going to put up a poll, like, what should do you not want to hear about this or hear about that? But I'm going to get to everything at some point.
Yeah.
But there's a certain story I want to start with, and it's basically based around, I don't know if I feel like everyone's experienced this at some point, but it's when you have what you feel like is a friendship.
Yeah.
And then you realize that you're not respected in that friendship.
Okay.
Yeah. So like you may feel like, yo, like this has been my guy from day. And you might not necessarily, it's not your closest friend.
Yeah.
But you feel like, yo, there's a certain respect there.
Yeah.
Only to later find out that man don't respect you.
Yeah.
You have to go your separate ways because you done something that could have put me in a certain situation and you didn't even think twice.
Yeah.
So when I was thinking about this particular topic, it brought me back to something that happened in, I think, 2013 or 2014. And I'm not going to say no names. And no names is going to be used in this story. But like I said, you know the person. But when I spoke to this person, they weren't too sure if you would remember. So I kind of want to see if you do know the story at some point.
Right.
But yeah, so I think 2013, 2014. And this story involves someone who I used to be close with growing up, someone who I went primary school with, and they moved to this country at the age of 8. and they were put in my class. I was like their first ever friend in this country. So, you know, he was a bit of a troubled youth. But he was clean-hearted them times, you know, just a bit like wild, just a wild youth.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so that's someone I considered, you know, one of my close friends. Been to his yard, you know the whole family, see his sister on road, like, you all right? Like, how's mom, how's dad, all of that stuff. So yeah, so one of my old friends growing up is involved in this story. And his brethren, who's also one of my friends. So these two are like, back then they're like the Cramp twins.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But they're both the purple one. Like, you get it? Like they're the Cramp twins, but they're both wild, innit?
Yeah.
And so I knew this other one because I used to play football with him. I met him through football.
Right.
Also a cool brother. So I wasn't close with him, but he was from my area, played football with him. So you get me? Like, when you're that age of like, between the age of like, you know, 12 and 15, someone like that automatically becomes your people.
Yeah.
So these two they're close, innit? They go to the same school and whatnot. So now around 2013, 2014, they had both just come out of jail. One of them was in for like maybe like 8 years for incident that happened on ends. He went away for a long time, from the age of like 16 to like 23 or whatever. And the one who I knew from primary school, he had just come out, but I think it was for less time, different incident. So they'd both come out and bucked up and whatnot. And me and my group of friends, we used to, you know, go goals and just have a little kick about and whatnot. So obviously, because I know my man through football and my man from primary school kicks ball as well, I invited them, innit? Come, man, we're going to kick ball, and it'll be good to see you guys. You lot been inside, ain't seen you for time. Let's catch up. So, this particular day, we decided to do West versus Northwest.
Oh, it's going left. Going left.
So, like, normally, like, me and my guys, we're all from West, and we got a few brethren from Northwest, and we'll just go and just kick about. But my brethren from Northwest brought their brethren from Northwest. Yeah? And then my normal lot from West and maybe a few more from West. So there's a big group of us. And it's like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to do West versus Northwest today. So, yeah, everyone's there. You get me? Like, football, innit? It's competitive. So, like, you know, as far as I remember, there's no issues. Like, there's no issues. We're kicking ball. But, you know, man start getting in their ego and that. So people are saying little comments and whatnot. You get it? Like, man are banging in goals and saying certain things and whatnot. And most of my guys, you get me, we can all banter and we, you know, we don't business about none of that. But I noticed that after the first match now, like, certain man are just looking a bit vexed, like, you get me? They're looking a bit sour.
Oh, to hold their L, yo.
Yeah, but you get me? So when certain man are looking sour, other man are gonna rub it in a bit more, it in and whatnot. So
sounds like Northwest lost, man.
yeah. You know what? No, you know what? I think Northwest won still.
I'm proud to hear that, B.
Yeah, bro. I think Northwest won the first game. So
yeah.
So at some point now, we've moved from the 7-a-side to the 5-a-side pitch. And, you know, everyone keeps their stuff by the goals.
Yeah.
So everyone's put their stuff down by the goals. And so I remember, like, I took a break. Like, I took like a 5-minute, like, I was just sitting down drinking some water. I'm sitting with all the coats and stuff. And this phone just keeps ringing. Like, this phone's ringing. And it's next to me, so I see who it is. And it's someone else from my ends. And this person is like Cody's with the two that just come out of jail. And he's known for stealing whips from young. Like, in my ends, like, he's the guy, innit?
Yeah.
So he's calling. But I'm not thinking nothing of it because that's just a brethren of my brethren, innit? So whatever, innit? I'm like, yo, like, my man's calling you. And he sent his little brother. So my brethren from primary school, his little brother's there as well, who I knew very well. He's come over and picked up the phone and walked off on the phone or whatever. And carry on playing football. Carries on, it carries on. And at some point now, the two brothers that I'm talking about, one of them gets hurt in a tackle, and he's like, shit. He's like, my toe's fucked.
Yeah.
Like, I need to go to hospital. Like my toe's fucked. And my guy from primary school is like holding him kind of thing, like holding him up.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I need to take him to hospital. Like, he's fucked. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I don't even remember seeing the incident. Nothing seemed too mad.
Yeah.
But his toe's fucked, innit? He's got to go to hospital. So boom, they go. They've gone to hospital. We carry on playing ball. Northwest versus West. I think we mix up the teams. You get me? It's been a good day. Like, we kick ball. Like, everyone's worn out, tired. So it's the end now, innit? Getting ready to go home. So everyone's taking their time, getting ready. We've bust out of goals now. And one of the guys from Northwest is like, yo, where's my car?
Oh.
I'm like, what are you talking about, blood?
Of all things to ask for, where's my car, bro?
He's like, yo, where's my car? We're like, what do you mean, where's your car? He's like, yo, my car's gone. And we're like, what? Like, what do you mean your car's gone? Like, that? What do you mean? Like, it don't make no sense. Like, he's like, bro, my car's gone. And my keys are gone. Like, someone's taken my car. And we're just baffled, bro. Like, you know, like, obviously it's happened, but it's just like, we're not processing it. Like,
well, it's a big thing to steal. Well, go missing, should I say?
Yeah, of course. Like, you're just going to kick ball.
Yeah,
like, like,
come
we're
outside.
all brethren here as well. Don't forget. Like, in my head, we're all brethren here. Like, no one's ever going to disrespect in that way. Like, so someone else here must have, you get me, done something mad. I don't know how, but you get me. Like, we need to find out who's taken your whip. So after like maybe like 5-10 minutes, my mind starts ticking. And I'm playing back everything. I'm like flashback, the phone calls, like my man that steals whips. The two brothers, yo, we need to go hospital. Like, his toe's fucked. They've left already. Yeah. I'm like, oh.
You know,
I'm like, oh my days. There's no way. But then at the same time, I know them, and it's very likely. It's like,
you know, when you know your friends.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's like, there's no way, but then it's them. It's like, yo.
Wait, how did you feel in like, before you even continue with the story, how did you feel in that precise moment right there?
So let down, bro. So disappointed, bro. Because this is what I'm basically touching on. And obviously, I don't want this segment to go on too long, innit?
Yeah.
But this is basically what I'm touching on. It's like the brother that I've known from young, I consider that like one of my close friends. We didn't, you get me, we were on two different paths. So I wasn't necessarily the person he's going to shout for certain things. But at the same time, like, for me, at that age as well, like, when I know your family and, like, I know our history together, and you get me, we're running around from playground days, and we're still active, and even in high school days, we're still rolling around. So, and your brethren are my brethren are your brethren. You're coming to my school, and you get it. Like,
yeah.
So, like I've seen man bully an ex-man before. Yeah. But you'll never disrespect me. You get it?
Yeah.
And I don't know what it's like for you, but I feel like there's a few of us that's like grown up around certain types of people. And we're not necessarily on that route. Yeah. But we don't ever feel like we'll get disrespected by these people because, you get me, we've grown up around them. Like, you get me? Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear where you're coming from. Because, you know, when you're growing up, you're a bit naive to believe that. I bet you don't feel like that now before I even continue.
Of course not.
Yeah, this is my point. So you see, when you're younger, everybody's just, you're a bit more naive to believing that everyone's just your friend, everyone's just cool, and you even think nobody would have even have the audacity to cross that line because of this friendship, if you get what I'm saying. But bro, I'm pretty sure it's happened to every one of us that's grown up in the hood, as we call it. You know what I mean? So, that's why I asked you, how do you feel about it? Because it does become the biggest letdown, because you got to look at your next group now and be like, shit, this is my guy that done this.
Yeah, because it's not even me that's been violated. So it's not like obviously, like I knew to a certain extent, even at that age, it might have been naive, but I knew like, yo, that's my brethren. So you get me? There's never gonna be an issue with me and him.
Yeah.
Like personally, he's not gonna specifically disrespect me.
Yeah.
But what's happened on this day, without him maybe knowing, is a disrespect to me.
Yeah,
because
that's a liability, bro.
Yeah, but also, like, because I haven't spoken to him about it to this day.
Yeah.
What hurt me is I don't even know if you knew whose car that was. You get it?
Yeah.
You don't. That could have been my whip.
Yeah.
You don't know. You just come out of jail.
Yeah.
So that could have been my whip. I could be driving. You get me? That could have been one of our close brethren's whips. Like, you know as well. Like, obviously, I'm sure because he was on the west side and my man's cars got taken to the northwest side and there was a bit of back and forth and whatnot, it looks like it was intentional that, yo, take one of my man's whip.
Yeah.
But because I know you, like, I know you're wild enough to just take any whip.
So you just saw they saw the opportunity.
They saw the opportunity. They saw the keys.
I'm just going for
this.
Go
out, beep, beep, whatever. So that's what, you get me? Because that could have been my whip.
And you said you never spoken about him about it?
No, I've seen him a couple times, go on, but I've only seen him maybe like 2-3 times in maybe 5, 6, 7 years. So I've never had that conversation. But after that, for me, there's no conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah.
So I've put the pieces together. So I've said it out loud. You get me? Like, and there's man that's with me that are just as close to these two as well.
Yeah.
So me and someone else now have got on the phones. I've got through to him, and he's just laughing. He's laughing. Sounds like he's eating food. He's laughing. Yo.
Wait, you called the man that was going to the hospital?
Going to the hospital. Yo.
Nah.
I'm like, bro.
Nah.
He's like, yo, what you saying? I'm like, bro. Like, fam.
I can't be laughing.
Man.
That's
on,
disrespect,
like,
bro. Yeah.
What's going on here? He's like, nah, man, it's cool. Like, it's calm. Like, I can't remember the exact conversation, but I feel like he was trying to say you'd run. No, I think he was denying it. He was denying it at first. He was like, yo, look, we know, like, come on, like, allow it. So anyway, because I voiced that I know who it is and I'm on the phone, the person whose car's been taken, he's like, yo, like, this is a vial, bruv.
Yeah.
Like, I've saved all my P's through uni to get this car. Like, this is a vial. So he's got on the phone and he's called one of the church road lot.
Yeah.
And so, and this person I'd met before anyway, just from back in the day, but this person's pulled up within 10 minutes on smoke. On absolute smoke. Walking up to all us, man. What? Who? Like, what? You know him, yeah? Like, what? Like, my other brethren, who's trying to pattern it on the phone to the other brother, he's walked off on the phone, talking, and my man that's come down is like, yo, he's moving mad, you know. I'll nank him now, like he's moving crazy, like he's in on it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
These times he's trying to solve the situation.
Trying to solve it.
Yeah.
Obviously, my man don't know what's going on.
Just heated, innit? It's the heated. Yeah.
So it's looking like it's gonna go left, bro, because these men are saying, yo, you're not getting the car back. And these men are not leaving without the car.
Yeah.
And something's happening here, innit? Because it's a violation. So I think how it ended up is basically because they were fresh home and there actually ended up being a little bit of beef after this situation because of what transpired. But because they were fresh home, someone basically said to them, look, if you're not going to bring this car back, police are going to get involved somehow. Because they're not, like, my man saved through uni. Like, he's not just going to take it on the chest.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna be the one to call feds.
Yeah.
But you don't know my man. You don't know any of these man that he's here with. And if this car don't come back, like, there's only one thing he can do. Even if he tries to claim on insurance, he has to put it in as a stolen car.
Yeah.
You don't want that heat. You're fresh home. Yeah. So my man's basically said it to him like that. He has taken that as a vial, even though he's taken the whip. And
So he's what man's threatening me now.
what, talking like that, yeah. All right, say nothing. When I see you, say nothing. And this is my closest brethren that he's saying this to.
Oh, so this is your dog.
This is my dog that he's saying this to. So now I'm thinking, fuck. Like, and yeah, there was a time where them two, it didn't happen, but it could have gone left. But I had to say, yo, this ain't happening. But so in the end, the man agreed to drop the whip somewhere close, and the brother went and collected the whip, and that was that. And yeah, and it's interesting because speaking to the person about it whose whip got taken, like recently, he was saying two things. He was saying that he was speaking to his mum about it recently, and he said if that situation happened today, he would have never have called my man from Church Road to come down, because what if he had done something on his behalf?
Yeah,
he could have got lifed off on his. You get me? And you don't really think about that. Like when it's a vial, it's a vial. Like it's like, yo, we need to get this sorted, and I need man around me that's gonna get this sorted. But if he had done something mad that day, he would still be in jail to this day.
Yeah, it's true. You get implicated real quick in these situations.
And he also said that the only thing he was, because I hadn't spoken to him about this as well since that happened. He said the only thing that he was annoyed about was afterwards was that he would have liked to have known that these men were fresh home. He felt like that's information
that he needs to know.
Yeah, which is true. You get it? You want to know that.
You got me playing football out here.
I like
with them, man.
With man that have literally just come home.
Yeah.
But my thing is that, yo, like, we had all kind of been talking about it prior to them turning up.
Yeah.
Because I had invited them, but I didn't know if they would actually come. So I was like, yo, I invited them, man. Oh, snap, I ain't seen them in time kind of thing. But I don't think my guy whose car got taken was there at that time, innit? Plus, he's Northwest, so the person who's affiliating the Northwest lot, that's kind of on them to let them know. Yeah. In my opinion, like, not that...
That's on you, bro. That's on you, bro.
Nah, it wasn't a conscious decision to not bring it up, but it's like, me and my guys spoke about it. Like, you guys turned up later, and you know that these men are coming. You get me? So, anyway, I found that quite interesting that he said that in hindsight. And
it's a difference in lifestyles, that's why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He just don't want to be in a situation like that.
No,
if you think about it like that, you know what I mean?
But I said to him, you have to look at it like this. If I came round you in your sides, and my man who came down was about, like, I wouldn't necessarily, like, at that age, I wouldn't have expected anything to happen to me because of the respect that my man's got for you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. My man's got respect for you. You get it?
Yeah.
That's how it normally patterns. Like, when I was growing up, in my ends, like, it's like, yo, like, a man might want to say it on my man, but that's my guy, innit?
Yeah.
So allow it. Like, say it on him. Like, I don't know him. Like, but that's my guy. That's how it would pattern. So, I would not expect, or I would not have expected that to end up like that. You get it? But yeah, so from then on, like, I had to just cut that friendship, because that's when you realize, yo, you're growing up around certain men that don't actually care about what situation they put you in. And the reason why I wanted to tell this story is because there could be younger people watching. There could be people that maybe in these situations now and don't even know. They're around man that they feel like it's their brethren.
Yeah.
But put them in situations that you wouldn't put your brethren in. So they're not your brethren. Like, you get it? Like, if a man does something and it puts you in a situation and they don't think twice about that, then they don't really care for you.
No, that's a fact. That is a fact. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, is even listening to your story and whatever not, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to a similar situation. I've never been in something so deep like that, but I've had situations where, obviously, I grew up in a very rough, rugged. You know what I mean? I grew up with some of the most street names you see out there right now. You know what I mean? But obviously, I've never been on that path, whatever not. So I've come around certain guys. You know what I mean? With like my work friends. And even the way they try to speak to them is a lack of, I mean, it's a lack of manners. Yeah. And I find that very offensive. I mean, very.
So you've brought your work friends around these men. Yeah. These men have spoken to your work friends.
No, I'm not just talking about just them, man. Just anyone in general. Like I've brought like work colleagues, and I could tell you this. A story happened about 2 years ago. Yeah. I brought my work friends, 2 work friends down to Harsden, and there's one guy. He was my neighbor. The worst thing is he's not even that guy. You understand? He became this guy overnight. All of a sudden, and so obviously we're all chilling, whatever. Not we're having a nice vibe. You know what I mean? Just doing what we do, drinking, laughing. I mean, music's playing, and then he's come over to him, but just the aggressiveness, the way he's talking so aggressive to my work colleague and trying to rough him up just for a lighter. You understand? I found mad disrespectful to the point I've had to have a word with him and say, bro, like, what's wrong with you? You can't talk to them. These men don't know this life. You understand? You get me? So I'm saying to him, yo, you got to cool off. Now he's looking at me like, what do you mean? Nah, this is where we're going further with the offense now because I'm saying now you're transpiring that aggression onto me.
But even from the first instance,
bro, it's bad. That's my point. Anywhere I go with someone, that means they're with me, which means they understand my reputation's on the line. Understand if I bring them somewhere, in my eyes, I owe them a sense of security. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that I'm going to jump off the wall, you know what I mean, going crazy. But what I mean is I don't want to bring them somewhere that they could possibly be in danger.
But even the respecting in the first place, like forget about the security that you want to give to your peoples. A man should not be able to talk to someone you're with like that out of respect for you.
No, it's a fact, but that's what I'm saying.
If I brought a next man around you, I've brought next man here and whatnot. Yeah. You're not going to chat to them disrespectfully just from the respect that we have for each other.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the truth of what you're saying because the moment that happens, you got to analyze that person's respect for you. You know what I mean? Because it's no reason for you to even go there with that person. What are you trying to prove? Exactly. Understand? The only thing that does prove is how you feel towards me, and that's just the way I view it. I mean, so, but that was a wild story, bro.
Even like just thinking about it now, man, like it could have gone so many different ways after that. But I'm glad that you get me. Like my man got the car. Do you know who it is?
No, you know that story doesn't ring any bells to me. Yeah.
He wasn't sure if you would know.
Yeah, that story don't ring any bells to me. It's mad, but you know why how that story could have so many consequences? Because you see, the brother that had the car stolen, he could have turned on you.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Like at the time, I felt like there was an air of that.
Yeah, so you felt like your friendship with him kind of changed.
Because my friendship with him is based through my close brother.
Yeah.
So we're cool.
Yeah.
You get me? And to this day, now, that's my guy, innit?
Yeah.
But at the time, like, we're cool, innit? Like, we make music together and whatnot. But you're my brethren through someone else.
Yeah.
So when something like this happens now, like, I couldn't blame him for maybe looking at me or a couple of my brethren a certain way. Like, did you line this up kind of thing?
Yep, and that's what I mean. Like, it can have so many things that you've been so innocent in that situation. I know man that think like that. Yeah. I know man that would say, yo, if my, I got some hot-headed cousin and he'd sit there and say, yo, if my phone, there was a situation, someone's phone went missing in a house, it was a party, whatever. And his whole thing was, if my phone goes missing in my friend's house party, whatever not, he's blaming the friend.
What? I think I agree with the fact that, like, yo, if that phone goes missing in my brethren's yard, my brethren better do everything to find that. Like, you get it? Like,
but there's good actors, though. some good actors.
There's good actors.
Some good actors, yo. The man there deserve an Oscar.
Yeah. There's good actors still.
You get me?
Yo, man looks like man pat down everyone's pockets that came in. I just can't find it. Like
Sometimes it's him.
Yeah, sometimes man's showing up with a new watch or something. The next like, yo, $7 bills, $8 bills this watch, you know? Like, bro, that's how much money my iPhone costs still. Slow down.
You get me?
Nah, but I wouldn't say like my brethren has to replace. I mean, we're talking, if this is my brethren, like we're at the age we're at now, you know who's stealing from you and who's not. If you get me, I might be too trusting, but I only keep certain people around me, and if I class you as my close brethren, I know what it is, innit? So if it's gone missing in my close brethren's yard, and he's not trying to like turn off the music, turn on the lights, then I'm
questioning everything.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, what go on? Like, but if you've done all of that and it ain't been found, I'm not expecting you to replace it. It is what it is. I'll take the L, innit? Furthermore, like, it's my phone. Like, I should have made sure, you get me? Like, no one could have got this. Like, it's my property. It's not your property. But that's just me.
No. Like I said, I hear you. You just sound like a genuine nice guy, my guy. No, I'm not. And that's not me. The worst thing is I can relate because, I mean, I'm not trying to act like I'm not I'm a very, nice, trusting guy, but I'm just, I've seen some individuals. Seen some, all right, put it like this. All right, here on the flip side, yeah, when we ask you this, yeah, you ever had that guy, your closest brethren, but he's fucked up a bit. So you've seen him do this to several other people. Yeah. Now all of a sudden, when this has happened to you and he's around, you get that slight doubt.
That's different because
I know my man's a little thief, you know?
Yeah, man's got history. You get me? Like, man's got history. So,
you get me?
Nah, there's context. Like, come on. If that happens, I don't even need to ask.
I don't feel bad, but I'm like, bro, I know you're a thief, you know? You know, like that, bro.
Oh, man. Yeah, bro. So, yeah, man, I just felt like, let me start off this series with that one because to this day, like, it was a big lesson learned. And, like I said, I only keep certain people around me now. Like, you got friends of friends, of course, and you got people that you're cool with, but you just never know about someone's character until they show you. And that was a day where a man saw, like, okay. And this is someone that I've been through certain things with, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what, the man that took the car? Yeah.
Been through certain things with and you know. And since that day, I think, you know, I've been in other situations where I've learned some harsh lessons with people that you feel like there's a mutual respect in a friendship and there's not. You get me? Like, you're always giving and the other person's always taking.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I don't really know how to end this because I don't want to be like, yeah, so guys, like, look out for these people. Like, it's just one of them ones.
Hey,
like,
keep your wits about you. Know your circle. Don't trust these motherfuckers, man. Nah,
like, that's what I was gonna call it. L's because it's a lesson, innit? It's just a lesson.
Nah, you know what it is, yeah? We laugh and joke about it. Obviously, at the time, it's very serious, you know what I mean? And like I said, it's a man's car. If I walk outside this building and my car is missing, my heart would race, bro. Like, race different.
You could be looking at me. I'm
like, wait, L, don't play with me. You done told that story. He was buying time. You get me? But like I said, it is serious, and these things happen a lot. You know what I mean? These things will happen a lot, so... I mean, you do got to kind of there's nothing wrong with bringing awareness to these kind of, you know what I mean, people's circles. A lot of people are trusting. There's a lot of naive, innocent, you know what I mean, people around and that they grow up in difficult situations with difficult individuals. You know what I mean? So
I'd say it definitely relates to the areas, like the kind of areas.
100%. The area we grow up in, there's tons of those. Tons of those. They'll come up in your face, spud you, hug your mother. You understand? And everything like that. You think that you're good bridges to some of these people, but it can happen, bro. And that it is you get me, the environment that we come from.
Literally, man. So, yeah, bro. That's L's first L, boy. That man wants to bring to the peoples, them. So,
yeah, but
Yeah, I thought I'd start off with that, man. I'm gonna get more in depth with other times. I think I'm gonna. There's certain things I never even thought I'd speak about on camera, and even before starting this segment, I had to like speak to a couple brethren and be like, why would I say this on camera?
Okay, before we go then, what do we say? Before we go, this is what I will ask you then, innit? Because obviously this is a new segment you spoke to me about or whatever not that you want to do or what is it. So how does it make you feel now getting that off your chest?
I suppose like I'm someone that gets some kind of therapy from talking about things. You get me? Like any people that know me, like if I'm going through something, I'll tell the man them.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these people like super private. Like I'm open with it. So telling that story, it's like if it feels good in a way, but I still feel that disappointment because it's not a resolved issue between me and the person that took the car.
Yeah.
So you always still feel that bit of like that disappointment, but no, like I don't know how it feels if I'm being honest.
Yeah, okay. That's fair enough. I mean, that's fair enough.
But what I was trying to touch on is like, you know, other things I might talk about. Like I want to talk about being the worst drug dealer, being the worst drug dealer to ever walk this earth, bro. Like it's such an embarrassing story, but I gotta tell it. But like the reason why I want to tell these stories, like when I deep it, is because I learned a lesson through all of these stories. You get me? And it's like there's people that might be watching this that are younger, and I want to appeal to younger people as well because right now I've had guests that have already gone through things, and I want to appeal to people that may not have gone through things yet, but they'll learn from this. They'll learn as to what can go wrong. And I feel like I can't speak for you, but I feel like, you know, I'm one of this crowd that we would call like the middle ground crowd. You get it? Like we may not have gone on certain routes, but we've dabbled in certain things. We've been around certain man. We've been around man that are, you get me, always been good. So who else can tell these stories better than us? Some man only know one side. They don't know what it's like to work a 9 to 5. They only know the roads. And some man only know what it's like to work a 9 to 5. But there's man like us, and there's a lot of us. You get it? I'm not unique here. I don't feel like some of these stories are gonna be mad unique. I feel like a lot of man have been through it. But I don't hear a lot of man. The only things I see is road man talking about, yo, Joe was like this and Joe was like that. But I want to be a voice for people that have been through things and speak honestly about why I did these things. Was it to be cool? Was it so I could talk about it to gal, or was it for peas? You get it? So, yeah, man, like, we'll see how it goes, bro.
Yeah, man, that's a good look, bro. I'm interested already, bro. You get me, bro. Yeah, man.
I love, man. But yeah, I guess that was the first episode of L's. Yeah, man. Leave me a comment as well. Let me know if you relate to this story or what you think of this story. If you feel like I should continue this segment,
send your stories.
Yeah, man.
Send your stories.
As well, because I'll definitely read them out, and that would be something that would be quite interesting as well. To hear what other people have gone through that's similar. So this one was obviously about, you know, lack of respect in friendships and just having to cut some people off. But yeah, there'll be more to come. Make sure you subscribe and follow us on the Instagram, CSWSPOD. Follow the Great Syndicate as well. Yeah,
man. Respect for that. Make sure you hit us up, man. We're looking out for you. You get me?
Yeah, man. Trust me. Affordable prices. And yeah, bro. That was it, I guess.
Man, that was nice, B. That was nice. I ain't saying nothing.